All right, we have time. We got to make the question quick, please. I appreciate it. We'll take a minute on the answers. Go ahead.
Mi nombre es Enrique. Bueno, la pregunta va para el senador Leahy y para los demás candidatos. Soy parte de la comunidad migrante en Vermont, haciendo los trabajos difíciles, más sucios también muchas veces. Entonces, mi pregunta es, ¿ha habido un ataque fuerte hacia la comunidad migrante en Vermont últimamente por ICE? Entonces, ¿qué están dispuestos, es más bien la pregunta, a colaborar, a ser parte de parar estas deportaciones que están habiendo no solo en Vermont, sino alrededor del país?
Thank you.
My name is Enrique Balcazar. This direction goes to Senator Leahy as well as to the other candidates. I'm part of the immigrant community here in the state of Vermont, doing some of the most difficult and dirty jobs here in the state. Recently, we've seen a growing attack against our community from ICE, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, and I'd like to know, are you willing to be part of the solution to calling for an immediate end to deportations against our community?
All right, Mr. Mill, we're going to start this round
Sure.
with you. Take 1 minute, please.
First of all, I would disagree with you about it being a dirty job. There's tremendous dignity in work, and I applaud you for, I assume you're talking about working on a dairy farm? Yes, good job, and I applaud you for doing that. I think the bigger issue is our immigration program and what we're going to do. I don't want the election to be all about you, Senator Leahy, but I want to win, so I have to talk about you. Senator Leahy wants us to believe that after this election, him and his partisan friends are going to get together and be bipartisan. I'm telling you I'm going to be bipartisan now. I don't have a track record to the contrary that you have to overlook to believe that, at least. We need comprehensive immigration reform. It's one of the biggest priorities for America, so that folks like yourself that are here illegally don't have to worry about being deported unless you do something that's completely wrong. You're on a pathway to citizenship, and it's something that I'm working hard to get a plan together, and obviously I'll be a junior member of the United States Senate, but there's a lot of momentum there, I think, and I'm looking forward to it.
Great. Mr. Trudeau.
I'm against deportations. My perspective on immigration is actually as an Abenaki Native American that everyone is an immigrant. And this entire country was built by immigrants. Let's not forget that. So I don't see immigrants as a negative force. They're actually a positive force in a vital economy which we need to build. And I want to quickly add that, Senator, you have to take responsibility for some of your defense appropriation pork barreling that goes towards building up this problem we have with nuclear weapons here. Squeeze that in, okay? I hate to see someone make a good talk, but when the actions speak louder than words is what I'm saying here. Go ahead. It's your turn.
Next.
Okay, I'm Chris Erickson, United States Marijuana Party. And when I was a child, my parents took in 4 Hungarian immigrants during the Hungarian Revolution. I'm 64 years old, so this happened in 1956 when I was about 4 years old. And I remember teaching them English, pointing to things and saying the word and teaching our new 4 Hungarian boys English. They stayed with us, they graduated college eventually, they all became good citizens. While I was in junior high and high school, I had a pen pal from India. He went to medical school, came over to the United States through legal immigration. All of these were through legal immigration. You can look at his website, santirawmd.com. He's one of the finest orthopedic surgeons in Northern California. And we were pen pals for years before my mother helped him to legally immigrate. My question to you, sir, is, why haven't you gone through a legal immigration program?
And I got to stop you there. Peter, you're next.
I would take the wall down, and immigration should be freely available to everybody to go in and to come out, go both directions. We should have no restrictions. We should have no ICE. We should have nobody barring people from coming in. That's where our strength comes from, except for one group of people to whom we owe at least to each one of them $250,000 in reparations, and that is the descendants of black slaves. We cannot I mean, we must understand that this nation was built on slavery. It's not an accident. Slavery is not an accident.
Okay, let me interrupt you there. Thank you.
Contrary to what my opponent says, you can do bipartisan things. When the Democrats were in charge of the Senate, I got 68 votes, a key number of Republicans and Democrats across the political spectrum. We passed a comprehensive immigration bill, 68 votes. It was blocked by Mr. Milne's party in the House of Representatives. And they said that it would violate something they call the Hastert rule, where they must respect the memory of former Speaker Hastert. And so they wouldn't bring it up. I have been meeting quietly with a number of these same Republicans and Democrats in the past couple of months. We intend to get back together after the election, and we're going to try it again. But we've proven in the Senate we can put those bipartisan coalitions. I was chairman of the Judiciary Committee, and we did it.
I'm going to interrupt you there. We have just a couple of minutes left. I want to give you each a 30-second opportunity. Make your last pitch here. And we're going to start with Mr. Trudell.